Well, congratulations on making it this far. So in this particular lecture, I'll just be briefly talking about what to do, where are the next steps. Now that you've gotten the basics of HTML5, you can certainly go on further. But before we go on further, first I will have to tell you how to go about gaining proficiency, because it's not just about memorization and theoretical knowledge. It's most importantly about what skill and practice. So let's get started here. So how to improve and gain proficiency? So memorization is not as effective when programming. What matters more is doing so. When you're learning other subjects like psychology and biology, you might depend on primarily on memorization. But in this particular case, this is simply ineffective. The programming is a very procedural type of field of knowledge. So you have to do the exercises. You have to write programs. You have to make mistakes. So this is how you go on to progress. It's very procedural, very motoric in a certain way. So therefore practice. So learn by doing, write, and design websites. So that's the key takeaway that I want you to get from this lecture. So if you want to go beyond, you want to gain proficiency, you have to practice. You have to practice, make mistakes, practice, make mistakes. So now that we have the foundation of HTML5, so this is the basic structure and semantics, if you remember our car analogy. And if you want to go further from here, you can just go to cascading style sheets. So this will be styling and layouts and making the website more beautiful, even including animations and so forth and so on. And JavaScript will be interactivity and logic. So it's to your interactivity and logic. So now you're able to make more advanced web apps. For example, if you wanted to make timers, you will primarily use JavaScript. You can also use JavaScript in conjunction with CSS to create some pretty interesting designs. So you may also go into more advanced front-end libraries like jQuery. jQuery is sort of a form of JavaScript. But in this particular case, I believe that we use the $sign to select elements, and we can expand them, contract them, and do all kinds of fun and fancy things using jQuery. Then Bootstrap was developed by Twitter, I believe, and this uses a grid system. So this is for nice, very impressive, very nice, very simple layouts. And it comes with pre-designed button types and button shapes. So you don't have to do all the heavy lifting here. It just comes as a library. You could just simply add classes and it looks very nice. And then you have React, which is component UI-based library. This is very, very powerful, very reactive, and you're just dealing here with components. And React, incidentally, is very important also for mobile development. You can create mobile sites just using this React, which is quite advanced. And then we have Vue as well, so progressive JavaScript framework. And of course, nowadays these two are in very high demand on the market. If you're going to apply for a vocation to be a front-end engineer, you might find it React and Vue. Also, Angular is there as well, which is very important for front-end development. So these are the stuff that you have to know. Right, this is a path to becoming a front-end engineer and to also improve your skill.